Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you how I clean and detail my 1985 BMW 635 CSI. And I took this car and basically washed it with a garden hose about a day or two ago, and I left a bunch of water droplets all over it, and I'm going to tell you later in the video why that's bad. But right now I'm going to do it the proper way. Hopefully you will learn something from it. Everybody has their own technique of how they detail and pamper their cars, so hopefully you will learn something from this. But now I'm going to take it to the car wash, so let's roll. So nice to just get back into this car and just go and drive it. You know, with all the work I've been doing, I haven't really had much time to enjoy this car because here in Chicagoland you don't really get much time during the year to enjoy nice cars in general. I mean, it's pretty much nice for about 2 or 3 months and rainy and nasty weather pretty much the rest of the year. But when it's nice weather, I try to enjoy it as much as possible. But man, as soon as I get in this car and as soon as it's a nice day like this, it's just so fun to drive. You can tell I'm a bit sweaty. The car doesn't have AC. I should probably hook that up, but it's just, I'd rather be driving the car than working on it at this point. And with today, it being a nice day, I have an hour of time. I'll get the car waxed up and looking nice like it deserves. So usually it's about once, sometimes twice. Every time I take the car out, somebody will stop and say something about it. Usually people, very first thing most people say if you're like driving and somebody pulls up to you at a light, they always ask what year it is. I don't know why, but people always ask what year the car is. Now, some people have said, oh, it's a nice 5 Series, which it's not a 5 Series. Now, I understand a lot of people don't know what the car is, but it's nice that you do get a few people that know what the car is, and it's cool that people actually know what it is, because it's not, and it's nobody's fault that a lot of people don't know, because it's such an uncommon car, and you like never see these on the street. So it's actually cool that people stop and they do ask things about it. Although I'm sure a lot of people with 6 Series BMWs, or just old unique BMWs in general, that are watching this video are probably realizing, yeah, that happens to me too. I'm sure it's a really common thing with just old cars in general. A lot of cars that people just don't see every day. Okay, so I just pulled in the BMW into the garage. It is important if it is a sunny day that you get it under a roof as soon as possible so the sun doesn't dry any of the water on it. And the reason I wiped it off is so it doesn't leave any sort of stains or anything from the water. Now it is important that you do the touch-free, drop-free rinse at the end, so you do get some sort of a treatment on it. I don't know exactly what's in it. Maybe it's a wax of some sort, maybe it's just treated water. But it is important that you do that and dry it off at the car wash so you don't get any of the water and its deposits on the paint. And you get it into the garage, then you basically take it from there. You don't want to be waxing it in sunlight, so it's going to make everything a lot more difficult. So it is important if you do have a garage or a carport of some sort to park it under, it makes your job a lot easier. Now most people in this case will go with like a typical wax, possibly like a quick detailer or a paste. In this case I'm going to be using 3M hand glaze, and this is not exactly a wax, it's more of like a, it's essentially what it says on the can. It's a hand glaze, it's applied a lot differently than normal wax is, and it does require a lot of patience to use. But I was just kind of looking for something top-notch, something that kind of builds up a hard shell. And the thing is with like the quick detailers, they're pretty much good for about maybe a day or so, and if you get some rain or anything, they pretty much, it's total waste. But I guess like it says on the can, it's good for quick stuff, but with this, I'm really expecting a good product here. I haven't used this before. My dad's used it over the years, a long time ago, so he said it's a very good product, and I took him up on that, and I'm going to show you guys how it's going to turn out on my 635. The cool thing you could do with the quick detailer is that you could actually run over the whole entire car. I actually use the quick detailer for just about everything on the car, for the paint itself, the windows. I've actually done the wheels with it, and overall it's a pretty good product just for doing everything in general. So with this product, you're going to want to start out with 2 rags. This one I actually used already. I kind of did a test run with it. So as you can kind of see by the mark it's leaving on, it's paste. But get out the new rag. This one is going to be used as like a second stage. And if you have anything, these are Menards brand rags. If you have any sort of tags on them, you kind of want to look out for those. Those will be leaving scratches in your paint. And just go with a little bit on there. You don't have to go crazy, but what you have to do is you really have to work it in and really take your time. The thing about the hood is that since the engine is right under it, it's basically heating it and makes your job just a little bit harder, and you want to really take your time and kind of work the product in there. Once you apply that and you worked it in a little bit, you want to take the dry one and really lightly go over it. I don't know if you could see on the camera, but the streaks are starting to fade away, and it's actually the towel, microfiber towel, just really glides over everything. Now with the wheels, I'll do something similar like what I did to the rest of the exterior. I'll go with the quick wax with the rag. And with the tires, I don't really like using tire shine because I feel, I've read somewhere that it leads to dry rot. I'm not sure if it's true or not. It could be very possible. So just rather avoid that. I go with the quick wax around the whole entire thing. Just a quick wipe, and maybe just one last time go over the tire just to give it a good shine. You know, when I was first looking to get my car restored, it was just an old primer piece of junk. I was looking a lot on Google, and I saw a lot of nice cars, but there was one in my Google search that popped out, and it had really wide wheels in the rear, and that was pretty cool. So I did that, and it doesn't intimidate anybody, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool, and that's all that matters. Have you ever been curious about what brand of tires you use on your car, and then all of a sudden they're not there anymore? Like, what the heck? I have no idea what brand these are anymore. What does that say? Temperature? Yeah. I'm sure some guys, some air ride guys are going like, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And then there's guys that like their 635s pretty original are like, ruin the car, buddy. Yeah, I could just throw conventional suspension back on it, original wheels, but what's the fun in that, right? Okay, so now that all the exterior detailing is done, now it's time to move into the interior. The interior is unrestored, it's original to the car, it's pretty much factory. So no reupholstering, the side bolsters do have a little bit of wear, no holes yet, some cracking. So what I like to do is I like to apply leather conditioner and kind of keep it preserved for as long as possible. And looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So the way I went about it is I applied the quick detailer right after the car wash once I got it in the garage, and basically got a lot of the water deposits off of it, the dry spots and everything, so got that taken care of, and then started working panel by panel and getting these panels done part by part. So the way I did it is I basically did parts of a panel, because the way it kind of dries really fast, so you kind of have to work really fast with the hand glaze. So the hood I basically did in like 6 parts, did sort of like that, and it was very time consuming, but I went over the car about 2 times with the hand glaze and I really like how it came out. The result is actually really nice. The interior, we got a vacuum and the Lexol treatment. It came out pretty nice. Now this is about the cleanest this car has been in about a year. I haven't really taken the time to clean it because I've been so busy. Oh, the car hasn't been this clean in a while, and I really do enjoy looking at it, and it comes out really nice on camera too. I'm going to show you guys my air suspension setup. Clean this up a little bit too. Now this isn't the cleanest it's been, but just kind of did it pretty quick so you guys could see it on video. I have a panel here that behind it is the compressor and all the solenoids. I'm actually collecting a lot of water in here, which I should probably empty that out. Well, overall pretty nice. I haven't taken the time to clean my toolkit in a while. Red screwdriver. It's pretty rusty. Well, people go crazy for those red screwdrivers for some reason, because they're pretty rare and they come out of the M cars. So, but what's a proper Mad Pet video without dropping this thing on the ground? Let's get that done. Alright guys, so my final thoughts on the hand glaze is it's actually pretty good. Now, you do have to spend quite a bit of time working it into the panels, but it is well worth your time. Trust me, if you really like your car, spend the money. It's about 30 bucks. Now, it is a pretty big bottle, so you do get quite a bit of it. And it's a lot of money, but I think it's worth it, especially if you want to keep your car looking good, if you want to resell your car at some point. It's definitely a good product. And it's a bit pricey, but for the money, you get a pretty good product out of it. So with it, you do have to react to it pretty fast. As soon as you apply it, basically you have to go with the dry towel and work it in, and you have to go parts of a panel at a time. So it will take you a little bit. The hood did take me a long time. I had to do the hood at least 3 times. Plus I had to buff it because I had a bunch of the water droplets from the day before going over it with the water hose, which is a really bad idea. So that turned out pretty good. Overall, the car looks really nice. It actually brings out the mirror finish in the paint, which is really cool. I didn't get to see it for since the car was repainted, which was about a year ago. So it was a bit of a long time, but got the car to where it deserves to be, nice and clean. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So let me know what cars you guys want to see on the channel. Let me know what you want me to do with my 635. If there's something, maybe like an oil change video or something that would really interest you that I could do with my 6 Series. So we'll let you know about that. So please subscribe, check out some of my other videos, and thanks for watching.
Invincible.